The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical. Firecrackers. How did they ever get up there? The book contained the recorded memories of the elders. Most of it was faded. Only the chapter on the construction of the convent chapel was still legible. That would certainly interest Frank. The embroidery was of a unicorn with 8 legs. Lily loved the unusual embroidery more than anything, but she didn't know who had made it. When asked about it, Mother Superior was even more vexed than usual. The liquid smelled like Doris's breath, or the cap of the lawnmower's fuel tank, which Lily loved to play with. Mother Superior had forbidden Lily from eating the deadly nightshade berries, but no one had said anything about taking them. At first glance, the board didn't look very exciting, but Lily was used to making do with little. While other children unwrapped their presents at Christmas, she could find happiness in a pine needle dropped from a Christmas tree. Lily didn't know what to do with all these brand new marbles. Up until then, she had always played marbles with severed dolls' heads. At least they had talked to her while she played.
Leave me alone. I'm finished with you children. You again? You shouldn't be wandering the cafeteria between meal times. The strangest accidents have happened then.
Said.
And I have an alibi for nearly all of them.
Hello, Freedom HP. How's it going? I'm still here in this game. Hope work went well for you.
What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, but I can't understand you. You have to speak a little louder. My ears are still ringing from the drilling.
Freedom SP said. Hi, I'm good.
What's the matter now? My goodness, that does look very interesting. Let's see. At least those are the same symbols as on the stone slabs, but the pattern is full of gaps. I'm a pro when it comes to riddles. That's why all I need is a single glance to be able to declare without a doubt that,
Freedom
yes,
SP
this is a
for you
riddle.
servant.
But the solutions page seems to be missing. This book is useless to me like that. Unless, of course, you have the solution.
I'm not sure if I understand. What do you mean, servant?
Freedom SP said. Servant.
Not really. Kind of work for a company. Do you,
Freedom SP said. I don't understand this game.
yeah, it is a bit of a tricky game. So I also don't know exactly what I'm doing. I know there's a lot of puzzles and you need to like help people solve these puzzles. This particular puzzle, I have no idea what to do. So you gotta like read up and talk to a lot of people. Let's see what we need to do here. I can't click onto anything. Ooh, can click onto something. That's interesting. Okay. Not sure exactly what order to switch these icons to. Maybe we should just read this first. As the mothership finally lifted off, he should arrange the coat of arms of the four orders so that the same symbol is not found in the same row, column, or even quadrant. Aha. Thereafter, only the position of the secret crypt will still need to be determined.
Freedom SP said. It's 22:30 in Germany. I go to bed. Good night. Alla yalla mashallah.
Ooh, yes, that's quite late. Good night, Freedom SP, and Mashallah Yalla Allah, I guess. Hope I said it right. I'm gonna stay up a little bit, try to boggle my brains with this puzzle.
Freedom SP said.
Have a good night. And thanks yet again, Freedom SP, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I can get to Warframe soon. Give you some action.
No, that doesn't make sense. I think I'll keep drilling randomly.
The book contained the recorded memories of the Most of it was faded. Only that would...
What's the matter now? My goodness! That... At least those are the same symbols as on the stone slabs, but the pattern is full of gaps. I'm a pro when it comes to riddles. That's why all I need is a single glance to be able to declare without a doubt that, yes, this is a riddle. But the solutions page seems to be missing. This book is useless to me like that. Unless, of course, you have the solution. First, complete the symbols on the empty floor slabs, while keeping in mind the first clue on the right. Click once on the empty space to access a selection menu. Then decide on the right symbol. When the pattern is complete, you can place the 3 clue tiles to discover the location of the secret crypt. Yes! Yes! That has to be it! I have solved the mystery! Thanks for holding the book all this time. You're blocking the way. May I?
As soon as Frank stopped drilling, Lily was finally able to draw Garrett out of his shell. Lily crouched inside the confession booth and waited. All was quiet in the chapel, except for Frank, who could barely contain his excitement.
Wow! If these bones aren't evidence of a church conspiracy, I'll eat Tom Hanks's double chin. And what's that? Hey, this just keeps going. Let me just drill through this stone slab and... But that's a sword! A real Templar sword! It's incredible! Man, it sure is wedged in tightly. I hope that isn't a load-bearing strut beam.
The impact echoed through the entire church. Lily was tempted to look, but then she heard approaching steps.
It's so blissfully quiet. I can finally take up my listening post again.
Pretzel Rocks said. Now playing Stay the Night by Justin Petretta, Sim Life to asterisk asterisk asterisk.
Sleep under the moon. Watch every single side a mirage the same as the moon. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight, yeah, stay tonight. If you come while I'm away, yeah, stay tonight, stay tonight. Swimming in the ocean, don't know which one it was. I was diving to the bottom, searching for your love. I heard I was a treasure no one has ever seen. You hide inside a locket, buried inside of me. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight. You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight, yeah, stay tonight. If you come while I'm away, yeah, stay tonight, stay tonight, stay tonight.
Pretzel Rocks said. Now playing Grand Finale by Zircon to asterisk asterisk asterisk.
I'd like to be able to say that Lily had a plan, that she was thinking about locking Garrett into the confession booth by welding a bar in front of the secret door. But Lily was just thinking about ponies.
Hey, what's going on? Is that you, Lily? Do you think that's funny? Let me out, now!
Lily felt uncomfortable about it. Locking someone into a confession booth was probably not appropriate for a well-behaved girl. On the other hand, she was doing Edna a big favor. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
So Garrett is out of the picture. Very good. But I'm still in danger. Before I can leave the convent, you have to help me cover my tracks. The doctor can't find out that I was ever here. Could you do that for me?
Uh-huh.
Great. Let's see. First, you have to get rid of the balloon that I left in the main hall. It even has my portrait on it. The doctor would recognize me immediately. I also played with firecrackers down by the school clock. Let's just say it was part of a weather experiment, and I would have succeeded if I'd had a real DeLorean. You can't imagine how hard it is to get a lawnmower up to 80 miles per hour. And of course, you have to remove the inscription on the swing tree. It hurts me just as much as you, but I could hardly leave the doctor better evidence that I was here than that. Do you think you can handle all that?
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Lily. You're the best.
Oh, hello, Lily. I was just thinking of Riot Girl. Riot Girl is totally cool because Riot Girl wears Shibuya clothes. Don't you think that's totally fascinating? Suka also thinks that Riot Girl is totally cool. And Suka likes Shibuya too. Shibuya is totally cool. Don't you think so too? Yeah, it certainly makes you think. I think way too much about things like that. My brain is getting all fuzzy. But Riot Girl is cool, right?
Lily was delighted. She'd never seen a living clown up close before, only the dead one that appeared at her window at night.
You...
No, another one of them. Get lost. I'm not in the mood for jokes today. What? You don't like the mood I'm in? You want me to show you a few tricks now or what? I feel terrible. Because my therapy concept flopped. Laughter is the best therapy. Great idea. How rotten. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here, right? My name is Ernest. Funny Ernest. And I applied as a child therapist here. But no, Mother Superior had already found someone else. That Dr. Marcel. A nuthouse shrink. Can you believe it? I wouldn't let that guy anywhere near my kids. Even if I knew where they were. That's what I get for retraining as a psychologist. Laughter is the best therapy. Great idea. I've been waiting for a gig for months. I should have stayed a plumber. What?
No.
You want to see a few tricks, don't you? I knew I shouldn't have said that. Okay, I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a cute balloon animal, and you leave me in peace, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right? What's it gonna be?
Ooh.
A poodle. The classic.
Whoa.
A giraffe, then. How original. But it's only one balloon a child.
Oh. Whoa.
A giraffe, then. How original. What's wrong? It's a short-necked giraffe.
Ew.
A wrench? But it's only one balloon a child.
Oh. Ew.
A wrench? Why not? I know all about wrenches.
You...
Why are you staring at my cigarettes like that? They're not for sensitive children like you. Got it? I used to be a plumber. Now I plumb people's souls. What's so hard to understand? Just don't ask me about Dr. Marcel. I wouldn't let that guy anywhere near my kids, even if I knew where they were. He's a bitter, evil man. He's known everywhere for hating children. Ever since a little girl shoved him down the stairs. Huh, serves him right. That old twit. Okay. I know that look. You want another balloon, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's only one balloon.
Oh. Ew.
A wrench? Why not?
What Lily now did was actually void of all logic, and she could already hear uproar of the online reviewer, but she did it anyway. The online reviewers sounded a bit hoarse today. Maybe they shouldn't smoke so much. Lily thought Edna's self-portrait was very well done. She would have given her right arm to draw like that. Unfortunately, she wasn't strong enough to get through the bone. Done. Now only 2 pieces of evidence were left to completely erase Edna's tracks. The chandelier lay broken and useless on the floor. Now, Lily would never be able to swing from it again. The clown had just left his cigarettes here. He must have been in a great hurry. Suka didn't seem to notice Lily. Lily didn't hold it against her. She didn't need Suka's attention, so why should she long for Suka to fall off the swing and break all her bones? There was no reason at all to have thoughts such as these. Suka didn't seem to note. Lily didn't hold. She was just worried that Suka might regret it someday. Lily didn't have the slightest clue how she was supposed to get the inscription off the tree. Lily loved the unusual embroidery more than any. She would never have dreamed of doing it. Lily didn't have the slightest... Lily didn't have the slightest clue how she was...
What do you have there? Cigarettes? No thanks. You can keep those. Of course I smoke. I'm a real rebel, remember? But only when I'm nervous. And since my nerves are like steel, it's just a hypothetical situation. I'm a hypothetical smoker, which is actually much tougher than a regular smoker. What do you have there? No thanks, but only, and since I'm a, which is...
Lily certainly wouldn't be able to get the firecrackers off the statue like that. Once again, her arms were too short and her line too long. Lily could no longer destroy her things. Lily certainly wouldn't be able to get the firecrackers off the statue like that. Once again, her arm...
Keep your things to yourself. I'm sure you worked very hard for them.
Apparently, Birgit had set down her work, but she had completed the banner with the puma motif. Too bad that Lily couldn't congratulate her on the good job she'd done anymore. But she didn't want to.
Riot girl, sheep, it's all too much for...
There seemed to be some kind of bracket up on the wall, but Lily couldn't continue without more light.
Guinea pig? It's unbelievable! Who would have thought the Birgit could sink so low? And I almost awarded her the Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Ah, That's what I call an outstanding motif. Effective and controlled. A symbol of complete self-control. Just like the directors of this convent. This will impress the doctor. Come along, Lily. Birgit has earned another award. Her diligence and reliability will be rewarded with a celebration.
Lily almost jumped in the air with excitement. There hadn't been a celebration in the convent for a very long time. Mother Superior had already begun the ceremony when Lily entered the classroom. It was a lovely celebration. The only odd thing was that Birgit was nowhere to be seen.
And I hereby award you a Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Your embroidering skills and excellent sense of duty are a superb example to your fellow students. You, Birgit, are a textbook example of how strict and systematic guidance can result in great achievements. Ah, Lily, follow the example of your fellow student and do some cleaning. If only all children were as conscientious as Birgit.
The celebration was very short, but Lily enjoyed it anyway. This was probably the best day of her life. Lily thought that the Girl Scouts badge was much too precious to leave lying about like that. She put it in her pocket just to be safe. Lily had never seen a cake so up close before. She could have cried out of happiness for Birgit. The cake was meant for Birgit and no one else. Lily didn't even deserve to lick the pastry shell. The cake was meant for Lily didn't The cake was meant for Birgit and no one else. Lily didn't even deserve. There it was, the Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Birgit had certainly earned it, but why had she left it out like that? Lily would never dare play with other children's awards. She would never get any herself. She wasn't good enough for that. Lily hoped to soon find a useful purpose for her round projectiles. This one wouldn't do. Lily loved the unusual. She would never have. Lily could no longer. No, the banner was already hanging in exactly the right spot. It conveyed such important values such as strength and self-control. Lily thought she was already feeling the effect. All that self-control made her want to scream out loud.
What's going on? Why are you showing me that? That shouldn't be in my cafeteria! Just like you! So get out before I wring your neck! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers.
Lily had heard that that was certainly.
Are you trying to get rid of? I wouldn't.
In the meantime, Lily had collected many little treasures, but no treasure was as important to her as her friendship with Edna. Lily didn't have the slightest clue how she would. Lily could no longer destroy her thing. Lily would have liked to show the tree all of her great things, but it didn't even want to hear her. Oh well, Lily was used to it. But that was nothing. There it was. Birgit had certainly earned it. But why had she left? Suka didn't seem, but that was.
What fabulous thing do you have there? Is that for me by any chance? Oh, too bad.
Lily loved the she would never. Lily couldn't.
Oh, what fab is that for me by? Oh.
The narrator was slowly losing interest, and the truth of the matter was, no.
And? Have you destroyed all the evidence already? Yourself.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so anxious. Until the inscription on the tree is gone, I'm sure Dr. Marcel will find me. But how can we possibly get rid of it? Now that you've driven off the termites, working the tree wood will be hard. I took a knife from the cafeteria once, and even that barely left a scratch on the bark. I wonder what Doris uses to cut the pumpernickel in the mornings. She must have some other tools. What a great story! Save it. As long as my firecrackers is still hanging from the school clock, there's no time to lose. You have to get up there somehow. I'm sorry that I can't help you, but I can't risk Dr. Marcel finding me. You know what they say about him. It's all true. Except the story with the orangutan. I made that one up. Not so loud. Dr. Marcel's ears are everywhere. If you listen closely, you can even hear the wind blowing in his ear hairs. That guy is no joke. But you know the rumors, so watch out for him. He is evil. Evil.
The school clock was out of reach. Hooray! Lily had found Edna's firecrackers. How did they ever get up there? The gargoyle had lost its balance long ago. Only a thin rope was stopping it from falling. Why didn't it just give up? The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also typical. The gargoyle, once again, her arms were too short and her line too long. Done. Now only 2 pieces of evidence were left to completely erase Edna's tracks. Done. Now only 2 pieces. Lily could no longer. Lily had heard that was certain. Lily had heard that was certainly true. Lily had already eaten. Lily decided. Lily liked Doris, and her
What are you gawking?
She was tough.
Keep gawking like.
At least she.
Oh, how I.
Aside from Edna.
What's going on? That shouldn't just like. So get out. I need some.
Lily had heard that was. To help the gnome with his work, but she had her. Lily would have liked to help him, but she had her own chores to do. Lily would have liked, but she had her own chores. Lily didn't have the slightest clue. The yard waste was rotting away. A paradise. Lily could. It was too bad. Suka didn't seem to know, but that was nothing. Lily didn't have the This ball of wool was a symbol of friendship. Lily wanted it to stay in the treasure chest for eternity. In the meantime, Lily, but no. In the meantime, Lily, but no treasure was. There it was, the Golden Girl Scouts badge on a ribbon. Birgit had certainly earned it, but why had she left it out like that? Lily knew she wasn't supposed. Food was, and when it started. Lily would never. She would never. She would. Too bad. The faucet was dry. Lily didn't have to clean her. Lily didn't have to clean her tool now. Lily didn't have to clean her. Lily didn't have to clean her. Lily could no longer destroy. Lily didn't have to clean her tool. The narrator was slowly losing the truth. There were those voices again. Too bad there was no fire. The stove. Lily had to look for fire. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to find some other way to impress him. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to find. Shawnee didn't. Lily had. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to...
Ooh, look who's coming to get her ready. If it isn't her, you better split before I tie your shoe or now you did the... You're... If you're trying to impress me, you'll have to work a little harder. You're too scared to even hunt sparrows. And that means you won't get your recipe either. Tell me, how come you even dared to come here anyway? You know we're not allowed to play in the garden anymore. Or did Mother Superior send you? You can tell your beloved Mother Superior that I don't give a damn about her stupid rules. Ha! But I bet you're too scared. You're scared of your echo, right? And you should be, because one day, when you least expect it, who knows? You might turn around and see that someone has stolen your milk. Have you lost your mind? If you want the recipe, you'll have to come get it. I knew it. You're just not tough enough for a rebel like me. Have you lost your... If you want... You're just not...
Suka didn't seem to know, but that was... Lily didn't have the slightest clue. Lily loved... She would never... Lily could no longer... Lily could no... Lily didn't have the... Lily would have liked to show the tree all of her great... Oh well. Lily would have liked to show the tree all of her great things, but it didn't even want to hear her. Oh well. Lily was used. In the meantime, but no. In the meantime, but no. In the meantime, Lily, but.
Oh, is that from? Oh.
Lily could no longer destroy her things.
Oh, is that? Oh. 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 Oh, is that? Oh, is that? Oh. Oh, is that? Oh, is that? Oh.
Lily's embroideries, Mother Superior had said.
You can show me your fantastic things later. First, you should concentrate on your tasks. Until you've disposed of all 3 pieces of evidence, I'm pretty much done for.
Edna was. Lily decided not to come back until. Lily's embroideries were Mother Superior.
No thanks. You know very well that I switched to chewing tobacco. I know it's bad for my...
What's going on? That's just like... So get it! I need... What's going on? That's just... So get it! I need... What's going on? That's just... So get it! I need...
The cake was meant for Birgit. Lily didn't. Lily liked it. Reminded her of the feelings she got when she thought of. The cake was meant for Birgit. Lily didn't even deserve. Lily certainly wouldn't. Once again, the gargoyle. Once again. The gargoyle had lost its balance. Only why didn't it? The school clock. The gargoyle seemed to worry about its, but it also didn't lift a finger. Typical. Capu was the nicest guy at the convent school. Lily liked him so much that she had even named her cockroach after him. That reminded her that she'd been meaning to punch air holes in the box for weeks.
Keep your things to yourself. I'm sure you worked very hard for them.
Maybe Mother Superior would be glad if Lily destroyed the painting. After all, it was expected of her to.
Finally, there you are. Lumpy's starving. Did you get the cat food? What? And then you dare return here? Off with you! Out, out, out! Oh, how I loathe these children!
The hook was only meant. There were those voices again, ordering Lily to burn her stuff. Too bad the fireplace. The banner was magnificent. Birgit had done an incredible job. Lily would dream of the banner for many nights to come. No, the banner was already hanging in exactly the right spot. It conveyed such important values such as strength. Lily thought all that self-control. Lily had already eaten more than her share from the fruit bar. Lily decided she would punish herself for it later.
What's going on? Why are you showing me that? That shouldn't be in my cafeteria! Just like you! So get out before I wring your neck! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers. You again! You shouldn't be this and I have an alibi for... Mealtime ends at lunch, and as long as the stove is out and I don't have my knife, the kitchen is staying closed! So there's nothing for you here! Unless you have Mother Superior's recipe! Don't bother! I won't be able to cook without my knife anyway! When I get my hands on the child that stole my knife, they'll be amazed with all the things a knife can do! Forget the recipe! As long as the stove in the cellar is out, I won't be cooking... No recipe? Yeah, then there's...
The chandelier lay broken and useless on the floor. Superior had forbidden Lily from eating the deadly nightshade berries, but no one had said anything about taking them. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to find some other way to impress him. Lily would have liked to help the gnome, but she had her own. It looked like the termites had found a new home. And one of the gnomes that Lily saw now and then was in the process of painting it in various colors. Too bad that Freeman was no longer here. He would probably have liked it too. Lily had to confess that she was once again completely lost. The good old confession booth. Lily had been coming here often since the self-flagellation had stopped working. The good old confession booth. Lily had been... The school clock was out. The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical.
Lily, I really have to ask you something. Do you like me?
Uh-huh.
Thank goodness. I wasn't really sure because there's something on my... And I'd like to ask you a real... Would you do something for...
Uh-huh.
Really? Wow, I'm so excited. Okay, so, give this letter to Shy.
Uh-huh.
I really have to meet her. So, could you just give her the letter? You're really the best.
Oh, what fabulous thing do you have there? Is it for me by any chance?
Lily hesitated. Certainly not because she begrudged Shy her meeting with Kapu. No, she was worried. Who knew what sort of things could be in the envelope? A snake, a scorpion, the anthrax virus. In the end, she decided to give Shy the letter, after all.
Uh-huh. Wow! It's from Kapu! A date? Oh, how exciting! I have to put on more glitter.
Apparently, the letter didn't contain the anthrax virus. Thank goodness.
Oh man, Lily, I'm so excited about meeting Kapu. Should I wear something else? But what? Something with Shibuya. That's for sure. I wonder if Kapu likes Shibuya too, because Shibuya is totally cool, right?
Lily didn't want to disturb the two. They deserved to enjoy the moment. Soon, they'd start to hate each other, and Shy would start losing her hair from all the grief. Ah, yes, love. The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical. Hooray! Lily had found Edna's firecrackers. How did they ever... The hands of the school clock looked like irises, and the ornate mesh formed by the flower baskets looked like the blades of swords in a fantasy novel. They really made you want to pierce them. The sword may not have reached the firecrackers or the rope, but it fit perfectly into the mesh of the clock hands. So perfectly that it got stuck in there. Now what was Lily to do? Wait until the gargoyle dropped down of its own accord? She didn't have that much time. Lily certainly wouldn't be able to get the firecrackers off the statue like that. Once again, her arms were too... Lily certainly wouldn't... Once again, her... Lily certainly wouldn't be able to... Once again, her... Lily once... It wouldn't take much to make the gargoyle completely lose its balance, but Lily didn't even have that on her. It wouldn't take much, but Lily... It wouldn't take much, but Lily did... It wouldn't take, but... The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical. Lily didn't want to they deserve soon and shot. Lily did they soon and shot. Yeah. The gargoyles, but it all typical. The clock in the tower sounded duller than usual today. Was it really that late already? Done. Now, only one piece of evidence was left to completely erase Edna's tracks. Suka didn't see Lily, so why? There was no reason. Shawnee didn't seem to be interested. Lily had to find some other way to impress him. Shawnee didn't. Lily had to find. Lily didn't quite. She was worried about Lily would never dare play with. She wasn't. Lily remembered the rules that you were only allowed to use firecrackers if there was a good reason for it. Something like. But that was nothing. Lily would have liked. Oh well. Lily didn't have the slightest clue. In the meantime, but.
destroyed all the evidence? Dang, it's gone. It seems we'll need proper tools after all, but what? The bark on the swing tree is tougher than Doris's pumpernickel, and the cafeteria knives are useless even for that. I wonder how Doris manages to cut bread at all.
You shouldn't be this train, and I have an...
You...
Before you ask for more, it's been my... They break children. I just... What's the matter? What do you even... I know a jail sentence. Blah, blah. Do you... Yeah, and his law... What's going on? That shouldn't be just like... So get out! I need... Finally. Lumpy, did you get the car? What? And then you... Off with you! Oh! How I...
There seemed to be some kind of... But Lily... At night, Mother Sapi... But at this time... The gargoyle seemed, but it also didn't lift a typical. It had seen what was... It would have to live with the guilt. The cake was meant... Lily... The cake was meant... Lily... Shawnee didn't see. Lily had to find...
Look who... If it... You better... Oh. If you're trying to impress me, you're too scared, and that means you won't. If you're trying, you're too... And that... Have you... If you want... I knew it. You just... there. No thanks. But only when. And since I'm a. Which is act.
Lily would have loved, but she. The narrator was slowly losing the truth. There were those voices again. Too bad. There were those voices. Too bad. Lily knew she food. And when it started. Lily knew she was food. And when it. In the meantime, Lily would have liked to show the tree. Oh well. But that was nothing. But that was nothing. It was too bad. Lily would have liked to show the. Oh well. Lily would have liked to show the tree all of her great things. Oh well.